Hey, how y'all doing? If you've seen the last video, you know what's going on. If you didn't see it, then you're never going to, because I deleted it because it got demonetized. So, here's what's going on. This thing gave up the ghost. It's a 350 TBI engine. Started having a bunch of problems like all of a sudden and just wouldn't ever run again. So, the cam and lifters were pretty shot. Everything was pretty much caked in like a big, thick, nasty layer of like that stuff, which is hard as a rock. Like, it took 30 minutes to get to the lifters. When I pulled the old intake off, that one over there, there's the shape of the intake still there. It was just so full of, it wasn't pumping oil. I got it all cleaned out. Believe it or not, all the bearings looked okay. So, new cam and lifters. That intake came off a boat motor. It was a 350. Had TBI heads on it, so that intake like was factory. The 18 degrees difference in the bolts, because these are all straight across and these go almost straight up and down. The center two bolts on each side. You can modify an intake. I have an Edelbrock intake buried over here in this whole mess of boxes and parts and crap. But yeah, I ain't gonna mess with tearing that one up when I can. Well, I already had this one. Actually, somebody threw that boat motor away, the whole engine. Threw it away. It came in with a load of stuff from something that's tearing down, and I saved it. The intake obviously didn't look like that when I got it. It was super rusty. That's a cast iron intake. It was in really, really bad shape, but I cleaned it up, painted it. Like I said, I put new cam and lifters, time and chain, got that intake on it. Real nice quarter jet carburetor to go on it. Rebuilt one. Hope it's a good one. You either get a good one of those or you get a bad one of those. It seems like all the time. You never know. I'm hoping that's a good one. Also converted it over to HEI distributor. Got a billet distributor for it. Oh, I knew that was going to make it come out of focus. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I got to throw more parts at this thing and get it the rest of the way put together. I still got to lash all the valves. Yeah, the fuel situation, I think I'm going to just disable the pump in the tank and pull off of that main fuel line and just cap off the return. And I got this little electric fuel pump over here in this horribly destroyed mess of a garage. Got one of these right here, the Holley Mighty Mite. It's like 4 to 7 psi, 32 gallons an hour. That's more than enough fuel for a quadrajet. Sorry. The old time and chains right here, it was, well, yeah, it was so wore out, like it wasn't even funny. So anyway, still got to put the water pump on it, lash all the valves, valve covers, thermostat hoses, fuel system, distributor, plug wires. I should have got new plug wires. I'll probably just use the old ones for now. Hell with it. I just need to make this thing run again. I tried different computers and stuff. None of that worked. So, I mean, I tried different coil, different distributor, different computer, different this, that, and the other on this thing. It had fuel, it had spark, wouldn't backfire, wouldn't pop, wouldn't do nothing. It was in time with the cam, it was in time on the ignition. I mean, everything was the way it should be, and it just wouldn't run. So it better run now, because that was not cheap, fixing this piece of crap. And it is a total piece of crap, but I've rebuilt the front end twice in it, and the second time with actual, name brand made in America parts. It's got new front brake rotors, new front brake calipers, new front brakes, new parts all over the place on this thing. It's a really daggone good truck. It just looks horrible. Mainly use this thing for hauling scrap and hauling 120 gallon of diesel fuel at a time. And it's still actually got part of a load of scrap in it. So, yeah. Work to be done, so I'm going to quit videotaping and get back to it. I figure I'll give you all an update video on what I've been up to. And yeah, that's about it. Y'all take her easy, and I'll see you in the next one.